What are you doing on Tuesday the 26th of September 2023? Because myself and Francesca Amber are coming to the Barbican Hall in London. Our event is called One Night Stand, and this one night event is all going to be about manifestation, crystal healing, and ridding your limiting beliefs to help you achieve your goals. We've curated an immersive experience that will leave you feeling inspired and empowered. Throughout the evening as well, we'll also have interactive exercises, we'll have empowering discussions, and the opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals on a similar journey towards personal growth and manifestation. There'll even be an opportunity for you to ask questions as well. This event is your chance to break free from the shackles of self-doubt and unleash your inner greatness. It's time to release those limiting beliefs that might be holding you back and step into your true potential. And if you want to come on your own, by all means do that. Single tickets are available and seating is totally unreserved, so you can even meet up with your spiritual friends and sit with them as well. Head to @CannyCrystals on Instagram and click the link in my bio. Tickets are limited, so secure your spot and be part of this transformative experience. Don't miss out on the chance to manifest your dreams and achieve your goals. We can't wait to see you there. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Canny Crystals, the podcast. I hope that you're all well. I'm coming to you live and direct from the beautiful north coast of Northern Ireland today. I've come over to Belfast on the ferry with Johnny, my partner, and our little dog JJ to visit Johnny's dad and his brothers and his granny. And his dad has a bit of a holiday home, kind of like an Airbnb that he lets out on the north coast. So we've been staying up here the last few days, and it's just absolute heaven, if I'm honest with you. We've had beach walks pretty much every day since we got here, and today's our last day here before we head back down to Belfast, and then we're back home on Sunday. It's just been so nice to take, my shoes off and walk along the quiet beaches here, because even though it's the school holidays, there's barely anyone on the beaches. I don't really get it. But there were even some cows swimming in the sea. If you saw that on my Instagram story, @MarkTweedy, follow me on Instagram if you're not already. But yeah, there was some cows swimming in the sea. I couldn't believe it. Really random, because I don't think I've ever even seen cows on the beach, let alone in the sea. But yeah, that was at White Park Bay, if there's any Northern Irish listeners out here. Such a beautiful beach. Obviously, I had a handful of crystals with us that I was able to cleanse in the sea, and I just really took some time to kind of bury my feet in the sand while we were there, with the sea washing over them, because it's so shallow as well, and the seawater was so green and clear. But yeah, I had my feet buried in the sand, the sea was washing over them, and I was just looking out to sea and really connecting with nature. I know I've spoken before about grounding on here, but it was just so good, and I felt really energized when we got back to the house each time as well. Someone on my Manifest with Mark group the other day said that he was cancelling all of his plans, and just basically everything I planned for that day he cancelled, and he was going to spend a day in bed, pampering himself, eating some nice food, watching his favourite films. And I just think it's so important to listen to your body and what it's calling out for. So for me, my body has been calling out for a little break for so long now. And I know I obviously went to go on that cruise with Fran a couple of months ago, but it wasn't really a break, if that makes sense, because I was still working while I was away. We were still planning our one night event. We barely got time to have a break and just chill. So this week has just been absolutely perfect for me. And obviously grounding in nature, that really helps me to re-energize myself and recharge my batteries so that I can give you the best possible version of myself. But I know that grounding is obviously different for everyone. And just while I mentioned Manifest with Mark there, if you're not on the app yet, I now offer a 7-day free trial. You might have seen the email about it earlier this week if you're on the newsletter. If you're not, sign up at the bottom of my homepage. You get discount codes and all that. But yeah, you might have seen it on my Instagram. But Manifest with Mark now has a 7-day free trial. All you need to do is head to cannycrystalsacademy.co.uk, hit on the Manifest with Mark button, and sign up via there. You'll get instructions on how to download the app when you sign up. But yeah, take advantage of that 7-day free trial and see if you like it. It's not for everyone. I do appreciate that. Not everyone likes the community feel, but the majority of people do. So after that, it's just £10 a month, but you can cancel whenever you like. There are no contracts. All you need to do is drop an email. But yeah, right. Anyway, enough of that. On with this week's episode. So this week, I wanted to discuss how to release and how to let go of things to kind of help you attract more into your life and manifest your desires without getting stuck and held up on the outcomes. So releasing and letting go of things, like whether they're emotional attachments or past experiences or limiting beliefs, they can be really transformative, and it can be quite a liberating process when you think about it, because letting go of resistance and negative beliefs is vital because they act as barriers to your manifestation. So if you're holding on to any doubts or fears or limiting beliefs, they can then counteract the positive intentions that you're trying to manifest. So by releasing those negative energies, that creates a clearer and more receptive space for your desires to come to fruition. So if we take surrender and control, for example, we know that manifesting and manifestation kind of requires a delicate balance between setting the intentions, but also surrendering and letting go, and that surrendering of control. So when you hold on too tightly to specific outcomes, or if you're, being fixated on how things should happen, that can block the natural flow of the manifestation process, because ultimately it's letting the universe decide how that comes to you, and also taking charge and taking action over that inspired action that comes up to you. So for example, I was set on winning that cruise the other month that I was just talking about there, and I spoke about this on a few episodes ago, but when I spoke about how I manifested it, I was literally set on winning it through that radio competition. But it was only after not winning it that I kind of let it go and released it to the universe, because all I was doing was restricting all of the ways that cruise was going to actually come to us. Because letting go allows the universe to work its magic, and then it's going to bring you what's for your highest good, basically, without you restricting yourself to the how it's going to get there. Remember when we read The Secret, like many, many moons ago? I know pretty much everyone on here will have read The Secret at some point. Rhonda Byrne, the author, kept on saying to not get caught up in the how, but more to focus on the why you want something. Because when we focus on the why that you want something, we feel those associated emotions. And if you close your eyes now and say, for example, you wanted £1,000, if you focus on how it's going to get there, you might be like, oh, well, I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. But then subconsciously, you're thinking to yourself, well, if I don't buy the lottery ticket, I'm not going to get it. So we need to focus on the why. So rather than think about how it's going to get there, think about why you want that £1,000. What would you do with it? Who would you tell? How would it change your life? Think about all the whys and the why you want that specific manifestation. Because then when you visualize and you close your eyes, you're going to feel all those associated emotions, and your brain is going to think of different ways that it can get that £1,000 to you. And it might just be that, a business idea pops into your head and you make £1,000 from that. It might be, that something else happens that leads you down another route where you take that inspired action and that money comes to you. There are so many ways that the universe can deliver this money to you, or your manifestation. I'm just using money as an example because that tends to be what kind of people want to manifest in life. But ultimately, the practice of letting go, it just brings you into the present moment. So when you release any attachments to the past or worries about the future, you then become fully present and fully open to the opportunities and all the synchronicities that arise in the here and now. So manifestation happens in the present moment, not in dwelling on the past or the future. And that's why I often preach about using mindfulness techniques, and why I teach that as well, because it's all about living in the present moment, in the here and now. So often when we visualize, we try and picture ourselves, in certain situations. But most of us visualize as if it's yet to come. So we visualize ourselves in the future, when in actual fact, we should be in that visualization. We should be feeling those emotions as though it was playing out in the present moment in real time and we were actually there. And as we know, negative emotions and attachments, they can lower your vibrational frequency. And that makes it challenging to align with the higher frequencies associated with manifestation. So by releasing negative emotions and patterns, that's going to allow you basically to raise your vibration and be in harmony with the energies needed to attract your desires. So letting go of what no longer serves you, you might have heard that phrase quite a lot, but it can really help you with releasing. So whether that's relationships or situations or beliefs, that's going to create space for new and positive experiences to come into your life. Because, you know, when you release the old, you make room for the new to enter. It's kind of like decluttering. You know what I was saying about decluttering in a past episode? When we release the old and we say thanks to it and we get rid of it, the universe makes room for new stuff to enter. Okay? So manifestation involves trusting that the universe knows the best timing for the fulfillment of your desires. So you need to kind of let go and allow yourself to trust that what you desire will come to you when the time is right and when it's for your highest good, even if it doesn't happen immediately. Because letting go of what you don't have or you haven't manifested yet, that allows you to shift your focus to what you are grateful for in the present moment and the here and now. And we know that gratitude is such a powerful tool for manifestation because it amplifies that positive present energy and it attracts more of what you appreciate in life. So being detached from the outcome of your manifestations, it doesn't mean that you don't care about your desires. It means that you trust that you'll be okay regardless of the outcome. And I know that my friend, you know, Emma Mumford, friend of the podcast, she's been on here. We're doing Hurt, Heal and Healed in the book club at Fran's book club at the minute. But Emma Mumford always says this or something better when she's manifesting. So she'll say, come on, universe, show me £1,000, this or something better. But Emma also talks about how she releases the need for the manifestation happening, and she just accepts and is aware of both outcomes. And that's really important because when you do that, say for example, you're trying to manifest that £1,000 that I was just saying there, when you come to terms with the plan B, like what would happen if this doesn't come to you, when you truly get to grips with that, you're releasing all attachments to that outcome. Detachment eases the pressure and the anxiety around manifestation, and it just allows you to approach the process with a sense of ease and flow because you're not stuck in that cycle of, oh my God, it's not going to come to me. Oh my God, it hasn't come to me. Oh my God, this doesn't work. I'm going to try it again. Oh my God, it's not going to come to me. Oh my God, it hasn't come to me. I'm just going to try it again. And you'll end up in a cycle over and over and over again. But when you truly come to terms with the plan B, like what would happen if this doesn't come to you, that's when you'll be able to truly detach yourself from the situation. Letting go and releasing are essential steps in the manifestation process. You know, Rhonda Byrne always used to be like, ask, believe, receive. And this is kind of the belief stage because you're kind of letting go and you're releasing to the universe that you believe that everything is going to come to you. So it's kind of the middle step in that. So it's basically helping you clear resistance. It's going to align you with the present moment. It's going to elevate your vibration to new heights. And it's just going to help you to trust in the universe's divine timing. Because by incorporating these little practices into your manifestation journey, you're going to open yourself up to all the possibilities and you're going to allow the universe to work in harmony with your intentions. So if we kind of take some of the things that we can do to release and let go, for example. So self-awareness and self-acceptance is quite a big one here. Because if you start by becoming aware of the thoughts and the emotions or the attachments that you want to release, you can acknowledge and accept them without judgment. You can understand that it's okay to have those feelings and it's natural to hold on to things from the past. But by journaling and writing down your thoughts and emotions in a journal, journaling can be a powerful tool for processing your thoughts and feelings and gaining clarity on why you might be holding on to certain things. It can also help you to kind of identify any patterns or triggers so that then you can identify what it is that you truly need to let go of. And like I say, practicing mindfulness and meditation is another big one because mindfulness and meditation can really help you to observe your thoughts and your emotions without becoming overly attached to them. So regular practice can create space between you and your thoughts, and that'll allow you to respond more consciously. And another thing that I would suggest is to consider forgiveness, because when you forgive yourself and others for past mistakes or hurtful experiences, and I don't mean like condoning the actions, forgiveness for me is kind of about freeing yourself from the emotional burden associated with holding on to grudges. And that's really, really helpful because when we can forgive something, we can let it go. And by releasing and letting go, we're going to attract more into our lives. You can also visualize letting go. So if you close your eyes, you can visualize yourself, releasing the things that you want to let go of. And I did this in the Manifest with Mark community. I think it was like a past full moon or something. We did like a full moon meditation. I think you can even buy it on my website now. It's like £3, cannycrystals.co.uk. And it's a full moon meditation. It is perfect for releasing and letting go. But in that, we visualize that, you've got all these cords coming off you, and your cords are tied to this like little bubbles, and in your bubbles are all the things that you want to let go. So you cut the cord and you visualize all of those things in that bubble floating away from you up into the universe, out of sight until you can't see them anymore. And just by visualizing letting go, that can be a really, really powerful way to reinforce the intention of letting go. You can also talk to someone. So sharing your thoughts and emotions with a trusted friend, a family member, or anything else can be really therapeutic. In Manifest with Mart, this is going to be a huge bloody advert for Manifest with Mart, isn't it? But in Manifest with Mart, we go on there and it's like a community. We talk about things that we want to release. We talk about things that we want to manifest. And I think when you do that, you are talking to someone, and other people on the app can provide support, a fresh perspective, or even guidance in the process of letting go. And something that I mentioned earlier about decluttering, because decluttering your physical space can have a significant impact on your emotional well-being. Because letting go of possessions that you no longer need, that can symbolize the release of emotional attachments as well. And that can really help you to let go of the outcomes for your manifestation. And I think using positive affirmations as well, kind of related to letting go and moving forward, just repeating those affirmations daily, that'll reinforce your intention to release what no longer serves you. You can also set boundaries. So letting go sometimes might involve setting boundaries with people or situations that are causing you that distress or even holding you back. So just learning to say no and prioritizing your well-being, that's essential to releasing and letting go. But like I say, you just need to give yourself time, because it is a process that's going to take time and patience. But just be gentle with yourself, okay? Allow the emotions to come up naturally as you work through them, because letting go and releasing is quite a personal journey, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. So you've just got to find the strategies that resonate with you and be consistent with your efforts. As you release what no longer serves you, you're going to create space for new experiences, for new growth, and positive energy to enter your life. Obviously, the best time to do this, like I mentioned before, is the full moon. And that coincidentally is this coming Tuesday on the 1st of August. So what I tend to do is I'll write myself a letter of everything that I don't want to take with me into the month ahead. And by that, I mean like any feelings or emotions, anything that I've been trying to manifest that hasn't yet come to fruition, or even people or situations that I'm no longer taking forward with me. Writing a letter to release and let go around a full moon can be such a powerful ritual for setting intentions. And it can also help to clear those negative energies, welcome in positive change into your life, because the full moon is a significant time in many spiritual and esoteric traditions, because it's believed to amplify energy and enhance manifestation. So let's do this as an example. You can write your letter and just choose the night of the full moon or the night before. It's considered the peak of its energy, and it's an ideal time to release and manifest. And just create a sacred space, okay? And by that, I just mean find a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. You might want to light some candles, you might want to burn some incense, or even like play some calming music just to create that nice little atmosphere of peace and serenity. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to reflect and identify what you want to release. So just take some time to reflect on what it is that you want to release and let go of. What is it that's holding you back? Is it a person? Is it a situation? Is it something that you can just as easily, put in the bin because it's a painful reminder? It might be a photo of like you and your ex that's sat on your bedside table and you just want to let go of that. That's something physical that you could literally just set a light to or put in the bin. It could be negative emotions. It could be limiting beliefs, old patterns, toxic relationships, anything that no longer serves you or your highest good, okay? But just be honest with yourself and identify the areas in your life that you wish to release. And then you're going to write your letter. So it just needs to be like a sheet of A4 paper or paper that's been pulled out of a notepad, whatever it is that you want to write on. But just begin your letter with kind of, Dear Universe or Dear Full Moon or any other form of address that kind of feels appropriate to you. Just express gratitude for all the lessons that you've learned from the things that you want to release. So if it was that potential ex-partner that, you've still got their photo on your bedside table, write all the things that you were grateful for from that relationship, everything that you learned, everything that you want to release, because you don't want to be stuck there for the rest of your life. And then clearly state what you want to release and why you're ready to let go of it. So why are you ready to let go of it? Why do you want to move on? What will this bring you? Okay, just be specific and heartfelt in your words and express your intentions. So after stating what you want to release, you want to express your intentions for positive change. So focus on what you want to bring into your life and the qualities that you want to cultivate. For example, if you're releasing fear, you might intend to, welcome courage and confidence into your life instead. And then just consider including a section about forgiveness. So either forgiving yourself or others involved in the situation that you're releasing. Because forgiveness is a powerful act of releasing emotional burdens, like I said before. And by forgiving, you're able to then move on from that situation. I don't mean just sweep it to one side. I mean truly, truly move on. So then once you've wrote your letter, read it aloud to yourself, okay? Feel the emotions connected to what it is that you've wrote. And when you're ready, you can choose to burn the letter as a symbolic act of releasing these energies into the universe. You can rip it up. You can flush it down the toilet. I've had people eat their paper because they've done it on edible paper. Weird if I say so myself, but all I tend to do is I safely burn the letter in kind of a fireproof container. If I can't do it in my back garden, I will do it like in my kitchen or something like that, but I'll do it in the metal sink, or I'll do it in like a fireproof like bowl or something like that. If you prefer not to burn it, like I say, you can just tear it into small pieces, dispose of it, bury it, do whatever feels respectful to you. And like I say, just conclude your letter with those words of gratitude. So thank the universe or the full moon for their support in your releasing process. And then after the letter is released, just trust that the universe is working with your intentions. So let go of any attachment to the outcome and have that faith that, positive change will unfold in its own time. I often find that the ritual of writing a letter to release and let go can be quite a cathartic and empowering practice for personal growth and as well as positive change. So I hope that this can help you as well. So releasing and letting go can have significant mental health benefits as well. So obviously I worked in mental health for many years. So it can promote emotional well-being and overall positive mental health as well. So it can reduce stress, for example, because letting go of emotional baggage and grudges and that negative thought pattern, that can lead to reduced stress levels. Because when you release what no longer serves you, you're going to create space for peace and calmness in your mind. It can also increase your emotional resilience. So releasing and letting go can really help you to build emotional resilience. It allows you to bounce back more easily from any challenging situations and adapt to change basically with greater ease. It can also improve your mood and your happiness because when you release those emotional attachments and negative emotions, you're releasing regret. That can free you from the emotional burdens that's weighing you down. And like I said before, when you release the distractions and the unnecessary worries, you're going to then gain clarity and focus on what truly matters in your life. You're not going to be stuck in that loop of thinking about what's dragging you down because you've let go of it. Okay? So it can also help your self-esteem because letting go of self-limiting beliefs and negative self-perceptions, that's going to boost your self-worth. You can learn to value yourself more and treat yourself with greater kindness and compassion. And releasing negative thought patterns and emotional baggage, that's going to shift your perspective from, that negative outlook to a more optimistic one. You're going to be on a high vibe. You're going to begin to see all these opportunities and possibilities where you once saw challenges and obstacles. And releasing what no longer serves you is going to create that space for personal growth and transformation because it's going to open doors to new experiences and new opportunities that align with your true desires. So I really, really hope that this episode has helped you to kind of understand what releasing and letting go consists of and how you can basically incorporate those little tasks that I've just said there into your daily life to truly let go of your manifestation outcomes and ultimately live your best life. Yeah. So I hope that really, really helps you. If you've enjoyed this episode, please support me by just leaving a short review on the streaming platform that you're listening from. It takes about 15 seconds and it's absolutely free for you to do so, but it really, really helps me out in the podcast charts and it really helps this podcast be seen by other people as well. You can do it on Audible, Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever it is that you're listening to. Just click the 5-star rate and I really, really would appreciate it. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. I'm at Canny Crystals. Or if you're on Threads, come and follow me at Mart Tweedy. I've got a Threads account and she's verified. Well done me. So that's all from me today. We're now only just 8 weeks away from my first live event in London as well. Oh, it's scary. So please get your tickets before they sell out. There are very limited seats available left. The link is in my bio. Come and join me and the rest of the gang in Manifest with Mart. The link is in my bio. Head to the website and enter code podcast at checkout for 10% off. And as you guessed it, the link is in my bio. Have an amazing week ahead, everyone. And I'll see you all next Friday for another episode of Canny Crystals, the podcast. Bye. Come and join me in the Manifest with Mart community. For just £10 a month, you'll get exclusive access to my app and you'll join all the other beautiful souls in the Canny community, where each day you'll be held accountable to making your dreams and desires come to fruition. You'll also be set daily and weekly challenges. There's a chat room built in so you can talk to people in real time, and you can also pop over any questions that you have in the Q&A forum and I'll answer them for you. It's changing people's lives, and we've already had so many people manifesting things in the first 2 weeks alone. Each new moon, I'll also be going live within the group on a face-to-face video to help you get the most out of the lunar cycles, as well as answer any burning questions that you have. And these live meetups are so powerful, and everyone in the group has had nothing but praise for the safe space that we share. There are very limited spaces for this community, however, just to ensure that I can place my focus on you and nurture you into the ultimate manifester. So if you'd like a spot, please be quick and reserve your seat now. Head to cannycrystalsacademy.co.uk and choose the Manifest with Mart option, where you can get instant access, and what's more, you'll also get access to all of the past recordings and chats too. Join now and start living the life of your dreams.